Just so before you begin to say what you have to say. Um, Anambra, that's the next street to visit, as it has always been since the past, a few days. And Ohaneze is begging. When they're on their knees begging, say, can you please just allow these elections to go? And then we take it further from there. When young people had been begging since, I no answer them. So Anambra bows to IPOB, and somehow they have shifted. They shift ground. Say, okay, no, while we go, they take Saturday for school. Monday is now totally on a shutdown, and you just can't do anything about that. So this is the part where the Ohaneze is begging IPOB for peace, as federal government is insisting on Anambra election. And then they are talking to the chief, say, you better ensure peace during election. Federal government too, telling chiefs, Igbochi, say, you better allow, when you're on a payroll, they talk to you. So you better ensure peace. Ensure peace, those ones come, they beg. Anyways, I've always said this and I must retort. You see, there are always two categories of people in any given society. Those who are not necessarily averse to the change or development or progress, but are afraid of whatever may accompany the change. They are afraid. So that is the first category. And they are usually in the class of the old people. People who are old, they've seen a lot, but they're afraid, these people are calling for change. We have been coping like this for 60 years. May they not go bring one change, maybe say the change where they push us into go result in something, maybe say it go just extinct us. They are not necessarily averse to the change you are calling for, but they are afraid of what may accompany the change. That is category number one. The second category, which is like the opposite, are those who are yearning for the change, saying this system is not working and must crumble therefore. So we don't want to care what our elders are thinking. They have lived, and we are assuring them that nothing. We are only saying this system is not working and must change. So now it puts the two categories, on the same path, and they are both contrasting. Now, Ohaneze, it's just like even in the Southwest. I don't want to go into their own, but I know it works the same way in the old federal. Like the Obas, they have Obas in council, and they have their percentage every month that they collect. You see their interior, their plate number and all that. The privileges, benefits, the privilege. I think there's no S to privilege. And they are afraid. These ones that are saying they want to change government, they want to force this to change. Are you sure this thing you are bringing? It always happens like that. That the two parties are looking at two different things. So those who are afraid of the change want status quo to remain. Those who are tired of the status quo that is not working for them want that change compulsorily. And Anambra is the next example. But let me leave Anambra, and let's talk about other issues, because Anambra is about election. They are using election to test what they are all up to. But let's go away from there. Now, you remember that they said lots of bronzes were stolen from, artifacts were stolen from here during the slave trade, colonial era and all that. So 124 years after, they never bombed me. I'm not sure if my papa did that time himself. Cambridge University hands over Benin bronze. Bronze cockerel. They have handed it over to Nigeria. I saw it. But the question a lot of us have is, you should say the important thing in that bronze they never come out or exercise that spirit where they don't go take and develop before they can return just the body to us. And you sure saying that the same bronze where they carry 124 years ago, they still give us back or they redesign another one to deceive us? It's not in my place to determine. I wasn't there when they took the original. But I always say it, and I'm bringing it home somewhere, that all of us at this time have a duty not to fail posterity, because we have a better chance now than then to keep what is ours validly, and not be looking at, oh, the foundation, what if the foundation be destroyed, what shall the righteous do? The righteous of now has a duty now to protect posterity. We must protect posterity against further damages. But what are we doing now? Your name, very important. I'm coming somewhere. Oh. Just chill with me. This is where I'm going, and I'm going to rush this part because there are many papers. Almost 90% of papers today are saying the same thing. Amidst outcry, the Federal Executive Council has okayed or approved 621 billion naira NNPC fund to fix 21 federal roads. See it in another way. NNPC gets approval to fix 21 federal roads at 621.2 billion naira. Next, NNPC takes over 21 federal roads to spend 621.2 billion naira. Next, bad roads. Federal Executive Council approves NNPC's 612.2 billion naira request for 21 roads. This is Nigeria, says federal government okay 621.2 billion naira. In all of this, in all of this, the last one is saying Senate, while considering the budget for 2022, rejected something they found maybe not too cool or suspicious. 287 billion naira loan request for water project. Enough of loans. Loan request. Enough of loans. Water plenty for Lagos. In fact, Lagos is surrounded by water. If not, the largest portion of Lagos is water. Loan request for water, 287 billion naira. For what? I'm not saying this for Lagos alone, but I'm saying there is almost no state, no matter how dry, that does not have source for water. It's just that over time, every successive government failed to look into potentials to provide water for inhabitants. So let me now respond to all these ones I told you that I'm really taking as my talking point today. Federal government okay this and that to fix 21 roads. This 621.2 billion naira to fix road, to fix road, to fix road, to fix road. Some of you are already familiar with the agitation I have been at the front of since I started, being too close to water. See, there are some people called data boys. I know some of you remember I mentioned it before. In Ogun West, in Ogun West, there are people, these data boys, I already told them, you can't further shame the shame because they are shameless. See, you know me. I can try to respect you so that you can respect yourself. But I know they fear anybody. I know they fear. The fact be say, the people who are supposed to be afraid are the people who are doing the evil. They pay you to be defending government that is not doing well. We know. But at least, for the sake of humanity, there's something called balance. Even if you are collecting money to do what you are doing, it's called balance or balancing. Now, you collect money to be defending a government that has failed woefully, especially in the area of roads. Why are you not using your strength to say, government, fix these roads? Now, this is very simple. I'm sorry to take you this route. But those of you yearning for breakup of Nigeria, Biafra and Oduduwa nation, most of you are largely abroad. And you are futuristic in your thinking, we know. But for those who are at home, who are affected by the immediate infrastructure and things affecting them physically now. Their interests are like, can we at least have reprieve, respite, relief on this kill? Roads are killing. Absence of electricity is killing. No infrastructure, nothing. But at least, while we are still in Nigeria, even though you don't want to grieve referendum yet, can we at least have an avenue to be able to live or exist without stress every day? Because there's no health infrastructure anywhere. Nigeria plays with and toys with health. No hospitals shut down every time. Doctors are running away to Saudi Arabia and other countries. Doctors are leaving. They are fleeing Nigeria. There is no health insurance that is working. So can you at least fix roads? Let people stop dying on roads, inhaling more than a direct quantity of dust every day just to go on a road less than 5 kilometers and back. Simple thing, oh, roads. Then you talk about you now come back home. Mosquito will now still have their feast on you. Mosquito will now be part of those feasting on you when you return from work. Heat will be taking its own toll on you. Heat. Because there's no electricity. You can't operate your fan. Not everybody can afford solar because it's expensive. If you bought 30 watts of solar panel yesterday and maybe just 20 amps of battery, if you go back to market to say you want to increase it, the price you bought it last time is now double just in 1 week. And revenue, your income is not increasing. People are dying. So if you are in your comfort without any prejudice to you and calling for breakup of the country that will not happen tomorrow morning but will take some time, we understand. It's a futuristic demand. Those at home have other demands. They just want to live. They just want to survive. They just want to exist first of all before they can begin to demand other greater needs. Do you understand this? So we must understand and harmonize these demands to say, okay, let us team up with people at home. What is their own yearning? Let us even, okay, we that are abroad want Nigeria to break. But those that are at home are saying that is not what they need. Can we just have a parley? Know what their own thought is. Largely everybody in Nigeria who is even resident in Nigeria does not care about whether we are a federation. They don't. They just want to live. But the environment is too hostile. It's too hostile for them to even demand such. It's too hostile. It's too hostile. You understand? So the environment, and they want to just at least exist and survive. So there is need for a parley between those home and those abroad. But let me come to data boys. If I show you what is in WhatsApp groups, if I show you what is in WhatsApp group, I belong to some WhatsApp groups, and this morning I know what I faced. Because yesterday we had another protest in Songwater. And I even told NLC people, are you doing protest or crusade? We woke them up. NLC now decided to now also, they found a mojo and decided to now threaten federal state government. They started putting sharp stones, big sharp stones on the, if you go to Joju now. But the point here is, we are saying, let government fix road. Let state government fix state roads. Let federal government fix federal roads. But guess what? There are data boys. If you see anybody attacking me or attacking you online, understand them. They are data boys. They won't tell you what they are, but they are called data boys. They are paid to be attacking everybody, exposing lies of government and exposing what people are facing. They will paint anything. In fact, they will let you see as if the road is motorable, good and all that. It's a lie. If you don't, it is until when you pass there that you say, So these things are lies. We only see them on social media. So we now started busting their lies. They now send their data boys to come after us. Now, this is where I'm going. Utter. Niger State. I think I should show you that. It's in one of the papers I showed you. Niger State. Out of 21 states. Out of 21. That they gave NNPC to fix federal roads. Niger State has 9 out of that 21. Badagry, Lagos Badagry, has 1. Ota, we are still asking question. Despite all our efforts, the data boys are busy giving their government that they represent, that is paying them money, giving them false information and figure. These are the people you think want to do a republic, because you come here and tell me I am lying. The people you think want to do a republic, they are in APC and PDP. They are data boys, and they are happy to be data boys. You can't shame the shameless. They are happy. They will be defending the government. Just asking, people paying tax are asking for good road. Data boys will be saying, as if you don't deserve the good road, that whenever government even comes with a palliative, they are doing you a favor. Do you understand? That they are doing you a favor if they even give you palliative. Palliative that will damage your car. They will go and bring big stones from anywhere, just pour it on the road and say, we are giving you palliative. I don't understand. And guess what? If I screenshot messages from the WhatsApp forum and you see them, you will cry that these are the people you think you are fighting for from abroad. These ones don't care about whether you call for Oduduwa Republic or Shebi Anambra election is coming. Those people who think that we are lying, wait until the day of Anambra election. You will see that while you think that all Igbos want Biafra, you will understand that there are many who will come out for just 5,000 naira to come and impose APC again without doing anything. APC that is not doing anything, they want to impose. And they are Igbos. Fulani will not vote in Anambra. Do you understand? So when I say it is not everybody, it's not as if they don't want it. They want it. But they need time to digest what you are explaining, because they want to at least survive first of all. They are hungry. They just want to eat. They just want electricity. They just want good road. And if it is Biafra Republic that will provide it, they don't mind. If it is Oduduwa Republic that will provide it, they don't mind. But they also know that what you are asking for from abroad, you are asking from your comfort. They know what is at stake here. Yeah, there's difference. When you are in comfort, what you see, or when you are at a vantage position, I don't mean comfort in the sense of whether the environment is cool, quiet, or cold. No. I mean comfort in the sense of you are educated, you are exposed, you have seen systems that work, you are enjoying good road, stable electricity, everything in your place, in your new location or abroad. So that is comfort. Because you have seen something that works, you now desire the same thing for your own country. So you are speaking from comfort because you are at a vantage position where you are. But those you are saying, are you blind? Are you mad? Are you the moment you are saying that, they'll be looking at you like, why did you run away? Come and listen to them. You ran away, you are in your comfort, you are talking. We know what you are enjoying, we know. We too, we want opportunity to run away. If we too run away, we will join you to be speaking what us. But we that are inside the problem, we just at least want to be able to breathe. So their own demands are different. Do you know this pyramid design, hierarchy of needs, by Abraham Maslow? There are 5 levels in the hierarchy of needs. First, you want basic needs. Once you are able to meet basic needs, you will now graduate to the next level before you start looking for safety needs. Next, after you feel safe in what you are doing, like you are safe where you are, safety of job security, financial security, welfare. Once you have that safety and comfort, you then begin to look for, okay, I also need to affiliate. I want to social needs, interact with others. Once you get into that level to social need, you meet that, you go to party freely, you do anything, you feel important. Once you are able to, the next thing is to consolidate on that. Say, what is next? I also want to start feeling important. Esteem needs. You want to start feeling important. Esteem need. After that esteem need, you now say, what is the peak of all the dreams I've always had? That this is what I have always wanted. You now start pursuing that one, and that is self-actualization need. But excuse me, if you are still at the first level of basic need, the need to at least survive, the need at least to be able to eat, to drink water. Water in Nigeria, bottled water is now 100 naira. And you need plenty water in a tropical region. You will need to at least drink 5 bottles of clean water per day. That is 500 naira. We have not added food. We have not added transport. You are not even buying data yet. You are not still able to make call, buy recharge card, call for communication purpose. All of these are still under basic need. People here are still battling with that. So the self-actualization need of let us be ourselves, Oduduwa Republic, is far for them. They understand what you are saying. They understand what all of us are saying, that everybody should be able to manage themselves because we are enough number as an ethnic nation. We are enough in resources and all this blah 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 blah. They know, but they are still trapped in the first level. Basic need, human want, just to be able to feel like human being. They can't. You are going to look for something to eat. You enter bus, police stop the bus, start harassing everybody on the bus. You are sweating. The next passenger sitting beside you carries babies, 2 babies. One of them is crying into your head. You can't think. The other one is vomiting. Then when you are thinking, let us at least get to where we are going, traffic holds you for another 2 hours. By the time you escape the traffic, you meet police. Police stops you and say, everybody come down, harasses you. And you are telling them Oduduwa Republic, and they are asking you how. They want it too, but how do we get it? And it looks like what you are assuring them, the DSS and soldiers are against that, and they are afraid. People live in fear in Nigeria. Until there's this harmony between those calling for this self-actualization need and those who are still struggling with the first basic need on that pyramid, until there is such parley to bridge, to meet middle ways. Besides, how will the people struggling with the basic need at least come up to middle point? That is why we are saying, let us start raising people out. Let us give them what they can survive with. Give them what they can survive with. Okay, can you do POS? We'll give you 1 panel and just be doing solar charging and POS. And you have this skill, okay, we can help you get this and that. Just be doing your. If these people can survive, at least survive. They understand what we are saying. They will definitely come along with us, but they are still hungry. They are still at the first level. You are at the 4th level looking for the 5th level, self-actualization. 4th level compared to 1st level. Do you know what it takes to have scaled through the 3 levels between you and them? It's a lot. So to bridge that gap is not easy. I will tell you. And I'm saying this because maybe I am at the middle. I can say I am at the middle. I know what those who are on ground are facing. And I know and I understand what those who are yearning for that self-actualization need are asking for. I know the two. But I know there's need for us to drag those below up and those above to at least understand, bend a little, draw them up, and let us all push together. That's all we are looking for. It is that harmony, lashing, that now waiting we see they settle since be that. Data boys will come here on WhatsApp group. If you date some of these WhatsApp groups, you go cry. Say a lot. I know a lot of people give up. Say you can't rescue these people. Just leave them. It's not their fault. They can be rescued. That's what they depend on. They are called. They are not called data boys for no reason. They are called data boys because they are given. They are paid to buy data to defend government. That's what they are paid to do. And you have to understand where they are coming from. They are data boys. They deserve our sympathy, our pity. But that's all they have. Data boys are attacking people protesting for better road in Ogun West. Do you understand? Data boys. Now their road though. Now, despite all the protests and wahala, all these whiles, data boys are giving government feedback that, hey, don't worry. We know them. We know the people protesting. We know them. Know who? Yanjeng. Niger State got nine roads out of 21. Niger alone. Have they done half of what we have done to fight for better road in the southwest? Not only that, what is the contribution of Niger State economically to federal revenue? They get nine out of 21 roads to be fixed. Don't forget, they are pushing us. They are pushing Ado-Odo-Ota. They are pushing Ado-Odo-Ota to Adenuga to go and fix. We have not heard feedback from that one whether he will do it or not. We are pushing Ado-Odo Road to Adenuga, a private individual and company, while NNPC is giving nine federal roads to Niger State. What is the contribution of Niger State to? So when people are complaining that we should break this country and let resources of individual states stay in their states so that they can use it to promote or develop their status, or states. Somebody said I should stop saying status. I will improve states. So when people are saying let revenue generated by individual states reside in their state, we understand what they are saying. We understand completely what they are saying. They want their money to develop their state. Look at what is contribution of Niger to federal purse. Now Niger is getting 9 federal roads, Niger State alone. And if we look at it, more northern states will get. So those who are even also calling that we should break the country also know what they are saying. Let everybody manage their resources and stay on their own and develop at their own pace. Or those calling for regionalism, we understand it. We understand it. So we have a lot of educating to do. Educate people more and more and more every time. Educate people. Let them know. You may be data boy, we know. But it's at your expense, at the detriment of you and your generations unborn, that they are doing all this nonsense and you are calling yourself a proudly data boy that will soon expire. It reminds me when some people used to do ritual just to buy the wool racer. How many of you remembers? You remember the wool racer? I'm seeing your comment too. Don't think because I'm not, I'll start displaying, don't worry. The wool racer 504. People did ritual just to feel among. It's equivalent of the data boys of today. They make you feel you are part of the government. You are not. They are just recruiting you to be defending your folly. To be making it look like how foolish you are is okay. You are not okay. We need to educate people. So, people did ritual to buy they will racer. But this is 2021. I can't remember last time I saw that brand of car in Nigeria. Did they want they did ritual for then to buy? I am not sure if they give anybody now. It was a cosmetic looking car then. How many of you remembers the Urisa? If they give you now, will you not just laugh it off? Yes, they did ritual for it. We know people who counted then. We know those who wasted doing ritual buying the wool. Because it won't stand test of time. It won't be relevant again in future. When we ask you to do what will be relevant for future, you refuse. And that is what we are telling data boys. Be relevant, count. Because you are not the only data boy. There are several. There are even those they recruited to be watching you. To be reporting back to them whether you are doing what they recruited you to do or not. But if you have conscience, there's something called balance. I'm not saying don't do the job. There are no jobs in Nigeria. Do the job they recruited you for. But at least, can you try? Can you just try to balance it? Oh, I am doing promo or PR for the government. But I also understand that our people are suffering. So you balance it. Be government, see, this is the feedback from people. They are hungry. They are angry. They just want that road fix. They want this. They are not. It's not just putting sharp stone base. They want this and that construction. Not too much to ask for, is it? It's not. But guess what we have? Those abroad will abuse those at home, not understanding what they are going through. Those at home will yab those who are asking for progress at home. Government is the senior brother of all of us, doing what they want. I'm waiting for Anambra. It will be another historic moment. They will announce another winner. They will deliberately report some infra to make you feel good that you had impact. Making electional work in some places. But they will still announce their winner. And it will be an able person. Yeah, I love the experiments. They are going well. But we need to still find a lasting thing. We still need to find something lasting that will work most effectively. I want to... My mic is already giving me a sign that it's going to, you buy a battery. You see? Can you see it blinking? Buy a battery here. My budget for battery has gone up. Budget for battery, water, and other things. Data have increased. It is well. So let me wrap it up here. And let me hand you over to my sister in another location, Adiola Fayon. Enjoy this message. See you again.
Really inspired by this man's story, even though he's paying us to talk about the ad. But before we get to the ad, ladies and gentlemen, please meet Mr. Abiodun Akinyemi, a man who is looking to solve the big chunk of the housing crisis that we have in Nigeria by making affordable, self-sufficient homes. This kind of homes are becoming more and more popular, by the way, because they are efficient and they are environmentally friendly, and then it costs less to make them if you think about it in the long run. Anyway, before I tell you about the smart homes that he's building, let me tell you a little bit about his story. He's based in Canada right now, and he decided to build a house in Lagos, Nigeria, where he's from. But upon making inquiries, the cost of building a house has increased significantly since he moved to Canada. So instead of using concrete brick throughout his construction, he substituted it with laterite, and he was able to save 30% of the construction cost. Laterite has a lot of advantages, by the way, including warming your home during the cold weather, cooling your home in the hot season. It's cheaper because it's readily available. It's everywhere in Nigeria. It has high clay content, which means it can hold more water. Laterite gives you better air quality. So if you build your house with laterite, you can breathe in better air quality. You can even recycle it. So if you build a house with laterite and you don't like it, you can break down the house and use the brick to build another house. And that's just to name a few of the advantages. But he didn't stop at building his personal house. He decided to make his house self-sufficient, off-grid, which means that he's not going to be dependent on the electricity from the Nigerian government. So he's using solar power, and he's also not going to be using power generators, so there will be no noise, noise, no air pollution. At the same time, he's not using the regular sockaway that everybody uses in Nigeria. He's disposing his own waste material by decomposing it, and he's generating his own water. So once the house is completed, he doesn't need anything from the... And this is why they call this home self-sufficient, off-grid homes. That alone inspires me. The fact that he was able to find an alternative to just spending so much money on building a house. And the fact that he doesn't have to depend on the government, he made himself a self-sufficient house. That is the inspiration for me. But then he took it a step further. So after learning from his own experience, he wants to do the same for others, except that he wants to do it better. If you see the picture of the house, you may not be too impressed by the aesthetic, but he calls this the experimental house because what he has decided to do is to now mass produce this kind of house for other people. In case anybody out there is interested in having a house that will be self-sufficient, he has bought acres of land in Lakwe beachfront in order to construct an off-grid estate. And what you guys are seeing is what he would be constructing. All these houses would not be using NEPA, and they will be constructed with laterite bricks. If anyone is interested, he's looking for 10 people, just 10 people to start out. The price starts at 34 million naira for 3 bedrooms, and you can pay in installments. He has a contract readily available, readily prepared, which you can share with your lawyer to know if that's a good deal or not. I mean, some people may feel like that's a lot of money, but it's a one-time payment that you no longer have to worry about electricity bill. You no longer have to worry about paying them to empty your sock away and stuff like that. It's a one-time payment that you know that from beginning to end, you know your house is complete and self-sufficient. Anyway, I asked him, by the way, I said, what if someone is interested right now and they decided to pay you, and along the way they decided they're no longer interested, they don't like what they are seeing? And he said to me that your money is refundable, as stated in the contract. He said he will give you back 95% of the money, and the remaining 5% is for administrative charges. He's using a system of interlocking bricks instead of the traditional style of construction. And this system results in a house that is 10 times stronger than traditionally built house, and also more terminally efficient. Each home would have its own fire system, and will be conveniently located by a fire hydrant in order to make it easier for fire crews to help just in case of an emergency. We'll be building common areas that will have a gym, a playground, swimming pool, ball courts, grocery stores, and so on and so forth. And more importantly, the houses in his estate will reduce global warming and human carbon footprint. So guys, if you're interested, please check him out. This is his website.
This is brick made with earth materials. It is fireproof, bulletproof, and it's 3 times stronger than the conventional brick you see out there. You can actually check this out. So, let's see how strong it is.